Prime Minister, thank you very much for sparing some of your precious time.
Pleasure.
Anuwar Ibrahim, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Jim.
You say that Malaysia is a confident democracy, and by implication I suspect that means you've got confidence in having the goodwill of the people on side. Why then did you find it necessary a week or so ago to say that you would not allow, I think, and I'm quoting directly, a people's uprising like Egypt's to occur in Malaysia if you were not fearful that it may happen, that dissidents are being persecuted?
It's just that some people are trying to draw a parallel with what's happening in the Middle East, in Malaysia. I'm just trying to say that, look, we're very, very different from what's happening in the Middle East, and the very fact that we have a functioning democracy, people can decide who should govern Malaysia, and the fact that there's been enormous progress addressing the fundamental issues. Unemployment is about 3%. That's almost, you can say that's full employment. We achieved 7.2% growth last year. We've kept the cost of living relatively low in Malaysia, and we've done a lot of programs to help the people. So I don't see the parallel with what's happening in the Middle East in Malaysia.
They've changed prime ministers, they've regrouped and stolen some of your ideas. Is that what's happened?
It's not a problem. I mean, it's the good ideas they do steal, or they do not acknowledge, clearly is dishonest intellectually. But I wouldn't mind if they do it. They call for one Malaysia, but there's two sets of laws, one for the powerful, one for the people.
There's considerable speculation that the Prime Minister, Najib, will call an early general election. Do you think he will have the courage to do that? Is he in the best position now that he's likely to be in?
I think they're quite jubilant after the victory in the by-elections, and in terms of promoting this One Malaysia concept. You go to One Malaysia now, hundreds of millions of ringgit has been spent to promote this huge banners and all over the country that reminds you of some of these most dictatorial regimes in North Korea, all the face of the Prime Minister and the slogan all over the country, and then the huge program of economic transformation. And I think this good sort of mode being created, which to my mind is a farce, but anyway, that would then encourage them to hold the general election sooner, probably early next year.
Yes, in a sense that we must always remind ourselves that as a government, we have to ensure good and effective governance. That's one. Secondly, the fact that more and more people want a greater stake in determining policies and the way things are run for any country. I think the participation of the youth, I think, is very important, engaging the youth. We can certainly learn from that, in a sense that although I believe we've done well, but we can do even better in the future.
Turning to one final subject, you say that the relationship between Malaysia and Australia can shape the region. What is it that Australia brings to the table in that regard? Is it pushing for more robust economic and security architecture for the Asia Pacific, for example?
I think the relationship is a multifaceted one. I think Australia can contribute to the region in terms of our defence arrangement. FPDA is a very important architecture for regional security. And then you have Australia playing its part in terms of investment, trade, and then the people-to-people education. And Australia is part of the East Asia Summit and all the regional architectures. So we see this entire region as a region that can provide the impetus for global growth. But at the same time, Malaysia and Australia relationship is a very substantive part of making this region a region of stability, peace and prosperity.
You met Australian Foreign Minister Kevin Rudd in Canberra today. How did he respond to your appeal to step up pressure on the government of your country over electoral fraud and corruption?
What very kind of Foreign Minister Kevin Rudd gives ample time for me to discuss a number of issues. I welcome this strengthening of bilateral relations between Malaysia and Australia. We did discuss some of the concerns we, the democratic forces in Malaysia, have on the issue of endemic corruption, flawed process of elections, and the use of the courts as a thumbs or under the thumbs of the executive to deny me my freedom and to continue the trump-up charges. And I'm pleased that he was very concerned, very passionate, listening passionately, and gave him an assurance that they will do whatever is possible. But I think I would leave to his wise judgment in how to proceed.
Prime Minister, our time's short. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank
Anwar Ibrahim, good to talk to you.
Thank you, Jim.